All right, so we're in. So this is coming in the side door, and the beauty of this is that it is it can be opened up and left open, and we have this nice full screen here. So that's a great feature, and there is an awning that sometimes comes in when you extend it. So and I know things are reversed and I'm not sure how to deal with that, but anyway, that's the Murphy bed. For anybody who's familiar with New York City living, you can that folds up so you can get underneath where a bunch of storage is. And yeah, and then we have the kitchen here, and as New Yorkers would say too, it's pretty impressive. We've got a much bigger refrigerator than some New York City apartments have, and then below it is a full freezer as well, a two shelf freezer. So it's amazing. This is really the only modification I made. This is the only, so far, this is the only closet in here. And unfortunately, I mean, look at the size of it. So you couldn't fit any coats and things like that. It was crazy. So I work with my friend Louise, who helped me build this out and made these all removable shelves, because there's some work cabinet stuff down there that they have to get to if there's a problem. So anyways, these are all removable. We had a little problem with one, fell off, but anyway, yeah. And I got my shoes and work stuff, you know, like your little handywoman case there, and then food up. The rest of it is mostly for food. So, and then across from the, oh, and you saw the microwave, but it basically is a place where I store dishes. So, but yeah, over the sink and stove here, a 2-burner stove, is one of the main places for the pantry. So as you can see, one of my favorite things is the Instant Pot, because this is a teeny one and it fits in there. Have to work around with its cover a little bit, but it works just fine. So yeah, we've got, you know, a little, you know, I'm still working on this a little bit in terms of trying to get it so it can travel and not make a lot of noise. So yeah, and then we have our window over the sink area. And then if you go back here, next to the Murphy bed, I'm going to back up so you can see it more, is the bathroom. So it's, you know, it's a pretty big size bathroom, all fitting in this 21 feet. So, and yes, everybody asks if there's a shower, and there is, but in a small space like this, I can't even imagine using it unless I was in the desert and it was really hot and it could dry up, because otherwise, see how close the shower is to the bed. So everything would be damp, I feel. That's why you also don't want to cook fish in here or anything too smelly. So anyway, and then if you look over here, over the bed, over the Murphy bed, there are these cabinets, and this is where I basically have all my clothes, and I found these little plastic baskets that I can roll stuff up. It's kind of a mess right now because I'm not traveling. But anyway, I found those that are perfect, that fit in there and don't move around. And let's see. So I'm going to close this and take you here. So this was a huge feature for me, is having a workstation that's always set up. So it's, I don't know, let's see. I don't know if you can see it better there. And you see, of course, my cat. Everybody said I needed to have an animal on my trip. So I got Flatsy is her name, and she's from Blue Q, one of my favorite companies, as you know. So yeah, I just love this feature where the table is always out. And you know, it's my office there, which is really neat. And this bottom thing does pull out. I can't do it while I'm holding this, but this swivels out, and so somebody can be sitting here. And, you know, you can get 5, and these also, the seats swivel around. So, and yes, there's a TV, but I don't know how to use it, and the radio. Oh, and other thing is, people call this the pizza oven. And it's been amazing watching the people on the Facebook group called Winnebago Travatos. Travatos owners and wannabes. I was a wannabe for a long time, but they talk about this space, and everybody's used it so differently. Needless to say, it needs a little reworking as well. But I think that gives you a good sense of what Brooklyn, the RV, is all about. And as I've mentioned before, when I picked her up in Dayton, Ohio, my mother was going to fly in so that we could drive back together. So I spent a couple of nights before that getting settled in with her, and had to do some laundry because I'd been away at a conference. And so I did some laundry. I came out of the laundromat and I looked at this RV that I had just gotten, and I knew right away her name needed to be Brooklyn, because if it weren't for my purchasing an apartment in New York City 25 years ago or something like that, 3 years ago, and then deciding that I needed to sell it, I wouldn't have been able to afford this space. So this has offered me such an ability to travel the country, meet people, hear stories, make connections, high school friends I've met up with on the road, so people I've known for years, people that are new, and of course all my colleagues at the photo managers, and several of my colleagues through the old Association of Personal Historians. So it's just been delightful, and haven't traveled much internationally, but it's been a real delight to be able to travel here. And as I mentioned too, it brings a whole new meaning to BYOB, right? Bring your own bedroom, bring your own bathroom, bring your own Brooklyn. So hope you enjoyed the little tour, and I hope to see you soon. And thank you to the Women on Fire for a lovely gathering last Thursday and hearing all about your travel tales based on the things you keep. I'll look forward to continuing the conversation, and you have a great day. Bye.